All right. So I'm John. I'm the head of admissions at Think Tank. This is my I almost quit alumni celebration series for LinkedIn. This is my buddy Edu.
How's it going?
He's graduated from Think Tank a while ago. So we're gonna just hammer through. I thought these things were gonna take 5 minutes, but it's probably gonna take 10. And Edu's gonna tell us his journey. So first question is, what were you doing before Think Tank?
A lot of stuff. I mean, mostly I'd say like to try to sum it up, TLDR, I was doing like graphics for live TV and some commercial related stuff. Yeah,
Okay, sweet.
that kind of thing.
What was the sort of turning point for you where you started looking for schools to learn 3D?
I felt like my dream was kind of like fading away. What if I've always wanted to do since I was a kid was, games. And yeah, I was just like getting too straight from the path, and yeah, basically
Okay,
I just felt it was enough. I wanted to go back.
good for you, man. How did you find Think Tank?
I had some experience with, through the art schools in the past, and wasn't great. Uh, so not an old dog, but I kind of learned some, you gotta double check your stuff always. And I was, asking ex-students, um, and there was a point where I mixed ex-students' experiences with the rookies, and to me the turning point was the portfolio, the results. They speak for themselves. There's no arguing that. So for me, it
Wow,
was a no-brainer.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, everybody should go on the rookie site. It is the best place to research schools for this. Okay,
Absolutely.
you went into Think Tank. You did the Think Tank online asset creation program. What was your experience like doing that program?
Ooh, intense. Was really intense. Um, it requires a lot of discipline, a lot of dedication, some sacrifice depending on on your background context. If you have kind of like a comfortable environment, then it's going to be mostly dedication. But I was working full time while doing the program, and was, uh, it was very demanding. So mentally and physically, it was like, okay, like Zen mode and try to go make it through. And it was beautiful. It's been a beautiful experience, and also life changing, I'd say, in a personal level as well.
That's really cool. I didn't know you were working full time and you went through the program, and I always tell people I only know of four people who successfully navigated it. Now I know five. Um, so that's amazing. Okay, so you graduated a while ago, like a year and a half ago. Is that right?
Kind
Okay.
of, yeah.
Yeah. So you
It's gonna make
graduated.
actually 2 years now. two
Oh,
years.
cool. Okay, sweet.
This,
It's so funny thinking back to our first conversation and to this now. Okay, so you graduated a couple years ago, and then you entered the industry. What did that transition look like?
um, weird. It felt weird. It felt. I remember myself asking, "Do I really belong here? Like, is this is like you all of a sudden you're touching something that you felt it wasn't possible, and all of a sudden it is, and it's part of your reality and your everyday life, and it's like, and you're like kind of like disoriented, like, okay, it's real, right? And you're asking people like, is it real, right? Like, it smacked me in the face, right? And yeah, it is. I don't know. At first, it felt weird, to be honest. It took a little bit of time to actually adapt.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you get your first job?
I got my first job at Airship Interactive. I was
All
super
right.
lucky to, yeah, it was super cool. I got to work for, I think I can say this already. Like, I got to work a little bit for Fable,
Oh, sweet. Okay.
and then I got to work for Skate for EA.
Okay.
Super brief period of time, because then I was right away, like 2 months in, I got offered a permanent position at Mainframe Industries. And yeah, I got to work as a character artist, like, creating uh, basically a lot of characters and creatures for the MMO.
Yeah,
And yeah, that
that's fantastic.
was. Mhm.
Okay, so now we're gonna dump out a little bit of reality. Anyways, everybody, I put up Edu's art station here. If you ever want to connect with him, this is the way. Go on LinkedIn, whatever. He's always open
Absolutely.
to talking to people and whatnot. So I'll stop sharing that. So, reality dose, layoffs.
They're real, man.
Tell us where you're at now.
Yep. So the industry's not at its best. I think it's something like we all know. Um, the way I see it is cycles. So everything cycles, and and a lot of my colleagues, we were laid off because of basically lack of resources. And it's something that's happening everywhere right now.
Mhm.
I would say like there's a lot of fear involved and anguish and a lot of anxiety, a lot of bad things. But as everything in life, what I would say is again, things cycle. And the same way we are going backwards or downwards, whatever you want to how you want to call it. Um, there's going to be a turning point where things are going to start getting better. And the way saw it, it's to myself, or what I said to myself, it was like, you better be prepared for where things start popping up again. Like,
Yeah,
be ready. And that's what I would say to everybody. Just don't, man, be resilient. It's not an easy industry. And perseverance is one of the best values you can find on a human being. Perseverance and yeah, just patience. We are not taught to be patient in this
yeah,
society, and every time, like every year goes by, it gets worse. So train your patience, train your perseverance, persevere, be disciplined, just keep running. You will reach a turning point.
it's awesome.
Absolutely.
So good. One of the things that I know Ed, you and I probably talked about even in our first conversation, and I talk with a lot of prospective students about it, is your portfolio is key. Like you have to have a great portfolio. And if
Absolutely.
you go on ArtStation and type in Think Tank or Think Tank Online, it just smacks up all these portfolios, and you're like, holy wow, like this is amazing stuff. But that's not enough.
No.
People hire people, and where Edu's at now, because he gave me a little bit of a taste tester on this. So you get laid off, and then what happened?
So yeah, I was like kind of like out in the nowhere, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go freelance and I'm just gonna give it a shot. Why not? Um, so I got a chance at at a studio, and a sourcing studio called Purple Puppet, working as a character artist there, doing cool stuff. And before and after, I got approached by Tomas Sackmann, uh, awesome guy. And he offered me to work in a couple of his projects for his studio, Aconcagua. And yeah, and basically what happened is, we've kept in touch since Think Tank. He was my supervisor, Think Tank. After he became my mentor for my final term at Think Tank, and yeah, we've always kept like it's strange. Like we've kept connections since, and that connection brought us to him offering me to work permanently with him at Aconcagua at the moment. Just we're trying to prepare cool stuff. Coming, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully soon.
That's so wicked, man. Okay, I've got maybe two more questions, but this is something you kind of alluded to when we talked in the past, and it was kind of like the thing that you said was your favorite part of Think Tank and that connection to Tomas, and the word you used was community. Speak to that.
Ooh, I feel like I took the online program, and even taking like even being in my room, um, man, I've made more connections, not, and I want to point this out, not contact connections, like real relationship, like in terms of like colleagueship. Um, and I've done a lot of colleagues and good, good connections with very, very talented artists. Just because I don't know, there's something weird, and I feel it's something that it's it's like its own living, breathing entity that it just like it was brought to life, and it just breathes and moves by its own, and that's how I perceive the community of at think tank. It's just great.
I love how you describe that because as the head of admissions, like I talk to all the students and I stay connected with people like you, and I try to stay connected to as many of our current students as graduates as I possibly can because that community like connection is so strong. But I'm not a student, and so talking to somebody who's been out for a couple of years and had the experience and still is so ingrained in it, and the fact that your opportunities are coming from the community
Absolutely.
is just so freaking awesome. Okay, so my last question is, and you kind of already gave like sort of a key piece of advice, but if somebody was thinking about going into education for this industry, not necessarily even at think tank, but in any school or going into this industry in general, if you had one piece of advice, what would it be?
Um, Man, life is hard enough to not do what you feel you want to do. Um, Life is gonna make sure to put things hard for you. So at least, man, just enjoy the ride. I feel there's nothing stopping you from doing what you want to do but yourself. Maybe being more grounded and more realistic. Maybe there's a resource problem. Okay, then work on that first and then pursue your goal. Maybe there's a personal problem. Okay, then fix that and then pursue your goal. But there's nothing on the long term with perseverance and discipline and patience that you cannot achieve. Just you're not gonna win the race by running the fastest. You're gonna win the race by staying in the race. Um, so just keep running, man.
Dude, I can't even start to describe to you how much I love that. I've got two kids, and the advice that I give them is the same that I give anybody who's thinking about going into school for something that they're passionate about. Do what you love. As far as I know, we've only got one shot at life. At I could be wrong about that, but as far as I know, we've only got one shot.
As far as we know, man, at least for now, we'll see.
Exactly. And so, like, why would you always take the the safe path? Take the path that feeds your heart and your soul and all that. I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's true, right? Like,
It's true, man. It's
yeah,
just true. You
yeah.
can always go, like, you can and make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to make bad decisions. It's fine. Like you can backtrack yourself. You can just, oh, I was wrong. It's so terrible. It's fine. You made a decision. You were wrong. The karma police is not gonna ring your door, man. You're good.
The
Just do
nu-
something else now.
exactly the number of mistakes I make every day, or so my wife tells me, like that. There are a lot.
It's fine. And it's fine.
But
It's
it's
fine, man.
okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. I just wanted you to share your story, Edu. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to probably post this on LinkedIn in the next week or so, and I
Absolutely,
appreciate
man.
you taking the time. Okay, I'm going to click
Thanks
to
for
stop the
inviting me.
recording.